Hiya David, well done yesterday. Hope you found it helpful. Just going to run through now the stuff we discussed in the session. So if we look at the right hand one, this was kind of your before. As we mentioned, quite a lot of very, very close in here now with the hands to the legs. Not much space really for your hands and arms to swing at all, which would cause your arms to have to kind of come outwards, very, very steep, and therefore swing across the golf ball, losing a lot of energy. So the problem you found is if you took any more than an inch or two of sand, there'd be so much energy going down into the bunker, and with all that sand being hit, the ball would probably end up somewhere here in the bunker. The problem is then you would then try to hit the ball or hit a little bit less sand, hit a bit nearer the ball, and then you catch the ball clean, and then your golf ball somewhere up here in the tree. So what we want to try and really focus on at a setup is a little bit more sort of square on to target. Okay, we're going to be trying to aim left and cut across the golf ball. Get the club face nice and square. But the main thing which you do very well, wiggling those feet into the sand, getting that nice wide base and getting that weight on the left side. And really the kind of focus now in this shot is just to try and feel like we're trying chucking the sand towards the target, and the ball is coming out on that cushion of sand. We're not trying to sort of slice underneath the golf ball. It's more of a kind of a driven shot towards target and the ball coming on that. If we look at the right hand one, as we said, as you go back, because there's no space now for your arms, the club's going back almost, at this point now, very, very steep in the swing. And then your hands then start moving out to the golf ball. And you can see just before impact here now how far outside that line that club is as it strikes into the sand. A lot of energy going down. You're unable to make any kind of follow through. And we can kind of see where the sand is landing here on the bank. That's pretty much where the ball kind of ends up. Not much energy into the swing there, and the ball's just going to pop forward there, staying in the bunker. Compared to this one here now, again, a bit more space. We can see some daylight now between your hands and legs. It could go a little bit more, but at least we've got a bit of space there now for your arms to swing. As that club goes back now, the club now can get a little bit more on a angle to the golf ball. As we start coming in now, we can see a lot more energy through the ball. The sand now flying out. Look at the length of your swing now with this shot. If we watch the sand as well, as the sand is struck, the sand now really kind of getting out, landing on top of the bank somewhere up here, and the ball then flying out nicely towards the flag. And I think it surprised you really how much of a swing you can actually make. And in really, you can hit sort of 2 to 3 to 4, even 5 inches behind the golf ball, as long as your divot is sort of shallow and towards target. You're not going to lose that much energy in the sand. It's only when your divot is steep and across that the club is going down into the sand that makes it very, very difficult to get any amount of sort of force or energy to the back of the ball, and the ball, as I say, invariably ends up in the face of the bunker. So set yourself up a little bit more space, as we said. Get a bit more space there from your hands, your arm, and the cone was there to sort of feel the club working in and around a bit more rather than sort of chopping across and reaching out for it. Okay, so I think a bit of practice with that, we'll start getting a bit more kind of familiar and comfortable with this technique, get the arms and hands sort of splashing that golf ball out, and hopefully find a little more success out of the sand when you're on the golf course. So hope that makes sense. Any questions, obviously feel free to give me a shout, and I will see you soon.